Welcome back, folks. This is Tommy, Help with Gadgets, and I've got two behemoth knives to look at today. I was going to do actually a separate video for each of these, but I decided that I'd go ahead and do these together, as they are, in my opinion, really cool knives, but not knives that I would really carry in pocket a lot. And I will show you the packaging on these. Well, let's talk about the PMP Grizzly for a second. This is the cool card that comes with it. It says it's got D2 steel, and it tells you a little bit about the other stuff, titanium and all that good stuff. We'll do some specs here in a few minutes, but it does come with a lot of extra hardware. Yeah, I think that's all in that package, but it's got a cool packaging here. And then the Hoback Husky tells you a little bit about it. This is Nitro V steel here, and it's DLC coated. Alright. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at these as far as some of the specs. Let me get my handy dandy ruler here, and we'll look at those. Now, you know, out of the gate here, it's nothing too crazy. Well, it is. All right, so you're looking at least 4 inches on the PMP Grizzly here. Excuse me. An overall of over 9 1/4. And then the Hoback Husky, you're looking at close to 4 inches, probably 3.75. Let's see what it actually says. 3.75. And then, again, overall length is just about the same. Let's see what the specs actually say. 9.25 inches. Okay, so they're big knives, okay, as far as the length of them. All right, let's hang that back up. Let's go ahead and get the handy dandy scales out and get that turned on and tear it out. All right, so for the PMP Grizzly, you're looking at about 11.85 ounces, almost 12 ounces on a knife. And you know, we're normally talking about 3 to 5 ounces on a knife that I normally carry. So that, putting it in your pocket, it just makes me laugh because it's such a huge knife. This one's a little bit different. It's less than 10, 9.75, and part of that can be attributed to the carbon fiber scale on that show side. All right, so there we have that. All right, so for size comparisons, I'll tell you what, I'm going to split these two here, and then we'll do kind of one at a time here, since I've got two out here. We'll change things up a little bit from what the norm would be. All right, so there you have a Meteoron Montreal. This is the Benchmade bug out, so you can see just how large these knives are. This is a North Arm Sky High. All right, and a CJRB Feldspar. See, these are what I would consider, you know, normal size knives that I might regularly carry. CJRB Pyrite. We have the Demco Shark Cub, and I think probably from what we've seen so far, and this is the Sparrow Knife Co. Strix. From what we've seen so far, you're probably seeing why I'm saying this is not wouldn't be, at least in my case, the normal carry. This is the Kaiser Militaw. It got used a little bit today, breaking down some boxes. This is the Berg Blades Sweeney. Dwarfs these other two. Here's a QSP Penguin. Again, much larger. All right, let's do the Eutectic Binary. That's getting a little bit closer in length there, but not in the amount of real estate, pocket real estate. All right, let's do the MSI, Microtech MSI. That's the RAM-like version. And that one's, again, getting up there, similar length, but, again, nowhere near what's in pocket. And then the Kaiser Cyberblade. And it's just, the Cyberblade's not anywhere close. These are much larger than the Cyberblade. All right. So, real estate in pocket. That's one. This is the other. Okay. QSP Penguin. It's not even close. That could almost fit down into the space where the blade goes on that PMP Grizzly. Let's do some that might be sort of kind of similar. MSI, still not, still doesn't take up the amount. Benchmade Bug Out. Okay. The Strix, a little bit, Strix is a little tall. What else we got that we want to take a look at? Did I say the Sweeney? But this is more of a, more of a gentleman's carry, if I, kind of sort of. All right, thickness. Didn't do that one a while ago, did I? All right, there's the Hoback Husky. Here's the PMP Grizzly. So the Hoback Husky is pretty thick. At least twice the size, the thickness of the Demco Shark Cub. Let's see. Benchmade Bug Out. Not quite, but getting close to being able to fit in there. So yeah, it's thick. Well, let's see. There's the Bug Out. Here's a thicker one. That's the Miguron Morial. QSP Penguin. Microtech MSI. Still, nothing close to the thickness there. This is the Kaiser Militao. All right, so we've established both of these are very thick. Take up lots of room in pocket. Next, blade steel finish. We talked about that. The Hoback Husky's Nitro V, and this is D2. All right. Both of these do have lanyard hole options, as you can see here on the Hoback Husky. It's got that slide in the back spacer, and then this actually has an area built into the to the scales and is split there. So pretty neat way of doing the lanyard hole. Let's see, jimping on the Hoback Husky. There's some jimping here where your small finger, where your little finger would fall in, as well as here on the top of the blade. By the way, the jimping matches the jimping on the blade itself. So that's pretty cool. I like it when that happens. This is where your thumb would fall in with a normal grip here. Of course, easily 4-finger plus grip, and comfortable in a number of positions. So just a large handle. It is comfortable. PMP Grizzly also has some jimping there on the top, and that's pretty much it. But again, it falls in place. Surprisingly comfortable grip on the PMP Grizzly. Again, easily 4-finger plus grip for a draw cut. Very easy. Entire hand fits in. And this one's not so comfortable if you wanted to put your hand here on top. This glass breaker-ish backspacer does present a bit of an obstacle if you wanted to put your finger on top. All right, opening methods. Both of them allow for either reverse flicking, which they both do very well, or also flipper. And let's see if I can get this one. Okay, got it. But this one, both of them allow for multiple opening methods. Let's see if I can get... I probably could if I'd get my finger off that lock bar. Same here with the, and you can see it. You just barely push, and it's open. Very easy. Same for the, same for this. And this is almost, it's almost got like a recoil. When it releases, the whole knife ends up moving, and it's very interesting. This is a very heavy knife, so again, but drop shut. In other words, get your finger out of the way when you are closing it. Obviously, this one here is also very good action. Not quite the drop shut, but just fine as well. Neither one of these are going to have a they're not going to disappear in your pocket for multiple reasons. One of them being is neither has a deep carry clip on it. On the PMP Grizzly, about this much knife is going to be sticking out of pocket. On the Hoback Husky, about that much is going to be sticking out of pocket. So it's not, neither one of them are little knives, and they are going to be easily seen. They're just huge knives. Okay. All right. detent on both of them are very good. There's no blade play either on the Hoback Husky. Let's check the PMP Grizzly. No blade play. No side to side, up and down, anything. Detent's very good. Again, I mean, it's just they're very fun knives. Because they do have good action even for being as large as they are. Both of these have black finish. I think this may be a... I know this is DLC coated. This may not be. This may be more of a PVD type coating. Again, handle material. This side on the Hoback Husky is a carbon fiber. You can see that with some milled out areas there. Both the scales are very thick, and then on this side it's the titanium. On this one, both sides are titanium, and then again D2 steel. There are some cutouts here that help with grip. I didn't mention those when we were talking about jimping, but just some, I don't know if I call them weight relief cuts, but they do look good aesthetically. All right, fitting in pocket, neither one of them fit great in the pocket. The PMP Grizzly, I mean, it takes a good half of most pockets. it's not one that you want to reach around very much. This area here will catch your hand if you're trying to keep something else in the pocket. With these, you're probably not going to keep much else in your pocket, but you do have to keep in mind that this glass breaker can come into play anytime you're reaching down into your pocket. The Hoback Husky, and I'm testing these out as I'm saying it because I've carried these a little around the house. I haven't used them a whole lot. I may have carried them out once or twice, but not a whole lot of carrier for these things. This one, it's a whole lot easier to reach in and get something out of your pocket without it catching your hand, just because of the way the handle is. But again, you're probably not carrying much else in your pocket if you're carrying either one of these knives. All right. So, what do I think about these knives? Again, I think these are very cool knives. Probably not something that I would readily recommend or that I would readily have in my collection. Not saying I wouldn't, but probably not. They're both very cool knives, very comfortable in hand. Very thick blade stock, so they are more, what would be considered, in my opinion, hard-use knives. But they are not something that I'm going to have on me. If I'm going to have a knife this big, it's probably going to be a fixed blade, and probably a little bit lighter than either one of these. So that's my thoughts on these today. I appreciate you watching. Please leave a comment below. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button if you've enjoyed the content. And hope to see y'all around again. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.